Hello and welcome back, guys. You are gaming with me, Brothgar, and today I've got some more Adventure Communist for you. Now, I've been playing this game a little bit here in the offline world, and I have made some serious progress. So, we've got many potatoes now. We got 1.6 to the 23. However much that is. Then we also got a lot more land and ore and weapons, but the most significant thing I did is I got a couple of these medicine things going on here just so that I can move progression all the way up. But today, wow, my wrist just popped. Today is going to be an interesting day because I'm actually going to buy one of these colonies. I have not purchased one of these colonies, so we're going to see what it does. Let's go ahead and see what it does right off the bat here. As you can see, though, we have a couple of things. We got the commune unlocked, we got some collective unlocks, but we also got plantations, which are possible. Which, look at that, we can cost 8 million potatoes, which isn't much considering how much we have. Which, you know what? That's one thing I know what they're trying to do as far as adding the 0.23 after it. You're trying to give some sort of tangible understanding of how big the numbers are. But since I've been playing Adventure Capitalist for so long now, I'm starting to understand those giant numbers a little bit more than I am necessarily the number behind it. Not that that should go away, but I think those were kind of fun. I think that's something that should be brought into this game if I were to kind of tweak it for release. I would say I want to see some giant numbers that should show up. I think that's good stuff. Anyhow, though, we got some big stuff. Let's go ahead and buy one of these colonies here. One of these colonies costs basically 1.46 to the 11th power right there. Let's go ahead and buy one and see what it is. One colony, holy crap. One colony costs a lot of potatoes, all farmers, all communes, all collectives, all plantations. You yield 2.4 to the 14 potatoes. Why in the world would I do this? But I'm gonna lose all that. I would lose all my communes. Dude, that doesn't seem like it's worth it at all. I got a lot of stuff. Hang on. See, one colony over here does not seem to cost that much, but one colony over here tells me that it's gonna cost me a lot more. For the sake of it, guys, we're gonna go ahead and do it. Just, yeah, why not? Oh, that's brutal. Did I get anything out of that? Heck, I don't know if that was worth it. That didn't seem like it was worth it at all. How many communes can I get? Holy crap, that was a lot. Did I get more? I probably should have taken some sort of like screenshot of what I was gonna get out of it. What happens if I buy another one? Hang on. Yield is 3.9 to the 14th. It cost me all potatoes, all farms, all hives. So realistically, it doesn't really cost me that much stuff. It just costs me potatoes. So it costs less potatoes? Uh-oh. My brain is not understanding this one. Oh, okay, hang on. So this is what we're gonna get after this timer, which takes an hour. That's what's going on here. So if I buy another one, well, shoot, let's see what happens. It's not like I'm gonna lose a ton. I don't know. Give me a second. I wanna make sure this finishes up. There's no point in that, actually. Honestly, what I need to do right now is spend some of these potatoes on an upgrade, because that's worth it. Yep. Okay, so we spent basically all our stuff on potato upgrades right here. Let's buy a colony. Are you sure? Yeah, why not? Okay, so that increases the amount of colonies I'm gonna get right there. Still seems to take quite a bit of time. Yeah, I don't have any farmers or anything. It's just gonna cost more potatoes. Okay, finally I'm yielding more than it's costing me though, so let's go ahead and do that one. Sure, we got more. I still got a lot of potatoes. It's not like I'm even chopping away at my potatoes yet. And it's not like I have lost my rewards, right? I'm still getting 17, yes. So, okay, the colonies are still working here. I'm just buying more of them. All right, one more, what's gonna happen here? I clearly have no idea. Somebody's gonna have to tell me what in the world these colonies do. I mean, just to give me some sort of idea. Help, finish, do something. All I know is I've lost all my farmers. They have all been killed by small little ants. Hey, buy a colony, buy a colony, buy a colony. It's like they don't even cost me anything anymore. Does my farmers go down to how many I can get? Yes. What is going on here? I'm just buying all the colonies in the world. How many can I get? Okay, I finally ran out of the amount I can buy because it costs more than the potatoes I have. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna get 1.6 plus 17. We'll have to just see what in the world happens. It's an hour away. I'm not gonna be able to ever see it happen, but let's buy some farmers and then I'll buy some communes as well when I can actually afford those. Now that I need land by a lot. So let's go ahead and get that moving, get my communes built back up, and then we'll see what in the world happens. Like, I really don't understand the whole colony thing. It looks like you're basically spending everything and then you're going to yield a lot, but in this case, it doesn't seem like it's yielding anything close to what I have. Plus 22 is many more zeros than 17, so I don't get it. Maybe at some point it becomes valuable. We'll just have to kind of try it a few times, but it's an interesting thing that's down there, and I don't necessarily understand why it's down there. See, now this here, this would actually yield me more land than I have, but only because I haven't clicked it a few times. All right, I'm curious. Interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these comments here. What do we have for today? We got Dragon Games here. My life is a potato. Kind of looks like a potato. Oh, what's that guy's name? I know it's from SpongeBob. Aha, Patrick. Yeah, I guess Patrick kind of does look like a potato in some ways. When's Adventure Communists come out? I actually have no idea. Sorry. If I knew it, I'd let you know, but I don't know a date yet. Awesome. Glad to see that you got into the beta there. The Voltic Umbron right there. Pretty sweet. So Adventure Communist is about forming a country, but nothing like communism since you don't share it with other countries. Yeah, I really don't know. I'm pretty sure it's just all about potatoes at the end of the day. At least that's what it seems like it's all about. I have a serious lack of farmers here. Let me crank that up. Oh yeah, there we go. So let's go ahead and focus a little bit more on the higher end sort of stuff here. We've focused on potatoes a lot. We've got a giant ant colony that's really gonna apparently make us more potatoes. Just an army of ants planting potatoes. Think about that. And then that just sounds delicious. Anyhow, we focused on that. We focused on land a little bit. Let's go ahead and focus up here in ore, weapons, medicine. Now that we kind of have a little bit of progress going on in here, let's focus on that and just see if we can't get more. That's what this is clearly all about. I could buy a mega drill. It seems like these things are actually kind of worth. When is a mega drill worth doing, right? A mega drill costs a lot of ore, costs a lot of farmers, costs some of these guys right here, and a lot of potatoes. So actually, in this case, a mega drill doesn't really see. It's totally misleading. Are you kidding me? This costs all miners, all mines, all excavators, all mega mines, and all your deep bore mines, but you yield a fair bit of ore. Are you sure? No! How many miners can I buy? Technically, I can buy more than I have, so it might be worth it, maybe. But it's not worth it at this point. You know what? I'm gonna skip it. If you guys can convince me, if you guys have played the game, that these things are actually worth it, we'll give it a try. But I wanna do a little beta test here, see what this is all about. The progress bar is weirdly reached its limit. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll test it out on the low end stuff, and we'll figure out if it's worth it. I'm guessing by the time I come back, I'm gonna have a lot more on this stuff. So let's focus on this. We're gonna buy up some more mines. Crank that up by a lot. We'll also get some fire teams as well. These are all the more profitable stuff here because they're going to build profit over a cumulative time, and that's what's going to happen right there. The second, probably the most important thing, is to actually upgrade your yield amounts right there. So I want to make sure I'm upgrading those as much as I can. So there we go. That stuff is all taken care of. At this point, though, I'm going to upgrade my miners. What do I get for miners? Cost some weapons. What do I want to upgrade? These guys obviously cost weapons. Weapons is the limiting factor there. On this one, my limiting factor is, again, weapons. Everything is based off of weapons at this point. So what is my biggest yield? All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 50% for the nurses. So we'll buy 50% of those. Nice. And we're also going to do 50% here for the weapons manufacturers because obviously I need more of those. So nice. There we go. Actually, that one there should have been 100%. So I spend all my weapons. Half of them were for the soldiers, so we say, that are making weapons, apparently, and nurses who are making medicine. So that's all set up. That's good to go. We'll run this manually. And good stuff. All right, so we got some more progress going on up top here, and when this stuff actually finishes, we'll go and do some more work. However, let's go ahead and see what kind of yield we're going to get out of land here. We got 605 million workers coming off of just our blasting sites. But what in the world is this one? Clear cut, we're going to get a little bit more. So let's see here. Clear cuts cost blasting sites. My limiting factor there is clearly I don't know. But let's buy all of them I can get. There we go. 41 million. Okay, so that actually was not worth the upgrade. That was a loss by a lot. But man, the rate now, it doesn't seem like these higher stake ones are quite worth it. I don't know. Blasting sites seems to be the more productive, at least than the clear cuts. I'm wondering at what point do these actually trade off? That's a curious moment. All right, for example, I have to the 10th power 1.14 to the 10th power. It's kind of complex. And then we have 4.5 to the 8th power of collectives, but I'm obviously going to lose some stuff, but then I'll be able to repurchase it. Let's buy all the collectives I can get and see what in the world happens. Sweet. So which ones are yielding more? Still the communes are yielding more in this case. We'll buy up our farmers though, and land has now become the limiting. My goodness, I need a spreadsheet. This game honestly needs some sort of spreadsheet or something to kind of help make it make sense. Obviously that's something we might be able to come up with, some sort of tips or tricks or be able to kind of change those percentages. Obviously, there's some sort of optimal way of playing this game, which is part of the fun. I mean, that's what this game is about, trying to figure out what is the smartest play you can do, and it is definitely not as clear-cut as Adventure Capitalist is. So that's something a lot tricky, although at the end of the day, you can kind of click stuff to just get more if that's all you're really worried about. But there is a trick somewhere in there of what is the most optimal buttons to press and at what time and what numbers. So, haven't cracked that one yet. Noah says, Brothgars, you used to live in Seattle. That's awesome. I love Seattle. Seattle was absolutely awesome. I love the state of Washington. Mountain right near in the background. Whales, battleships, and the fact that it was actually kind of green all the time, really nice. Because around here, since we have all these like, I don't remember the scientific name for it, but the leaves fall off the trees, and then it gets all brown and nasty for a bunch of months, and then eventually it becomes, kind of nice again. We don't have pine trees too much around here. I have one pine tree, but it's like the most sick tree. It's only green on the top, and it's really tall. Everything else is dead. Oh well. What's up, Muke Man? Welcome back here. The numbers on my screen, so many numbers, I know, right? Can you please do a lot more Adventure Communist? Love the game, by the way. I've been subbed since 1.5K. Wow, dude. We've nearly multiplied that factor by 10. We're coming up on 15K here pretty soon, which is pretty awesome, guys. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, I'm trying to do a little bit more of Adventure Communist. I'm trying to stick to this tactic that it's uploaded on Thursday. I'll probably do a little bit more here, though. Just trying to keep a bit of a balance, and, well, I only have so much energy. How old am I? You know what? I'm gonna make you guess, Garrison Pienda right there. Guess, how old do you think I am? And give you some tips for Adventure Capitalism. Make sure you visit the game every day. That's my biggest tip. You'll play the game much faster if you visit it more often than not. And also restart often. The best strategies you can do right there. Also, donuts on the earth are pretty good. I love donuts. An entire state of potatoes. You mean Idaho? Absolutely. I saw this comment earlier and I'm like, I wonder what the biggest potato in Idaho it is. Like, what is the world record for potato? Let's look it up. The biggest potato in the world. The famous Idaho Potato Tour. The world's largest potato on wheels. Are you kidding me? What? The Idaho Potato Commission celebrated its 75th year in the famous Idaho Potato Tour that pulled a giant 12,000 pound, fabricated Idaho potato. Well, if it's fake, it's not the biggest potato. Idaho just let me down. But this potato right here, that is enormous, man. Holy cow. Oh, okay, this is weird. Is this like an Idaho thing? They just like, they truck around a really large potato. Who knew, man? Who knew? There's even like potatoes that are faced like things. So much about potatoes I didn't know, but it's very educating, isn't it? More videos, yes, absolutely. Instant Gamer 04, I love the vid. Thanks so much, Dustin. I'm so confused about watching you play capitalist and communism. I know it's a brain twist. Anyhow, though, let's see here. We've got some more weapons, which means more stuff we can do now that we have more weapons. Clearly. At what point, though? See, at what point can I buy more potatoes because I have more medicine? That's what I want to know. Like, when does this start to roll back to the opposite end of this? The other mechanic in this game that I would like to see is not just a hard reset. I would like to see some sort of cumulative reset that you can do. Or maybe that has something to do with these sort of colonies. Maybe these are the really big sort of potato resets of some sort that you can actually do. I don't know. Right now, though, I am at 86 of 100 unlocks, and I'm doing most of them with just kind of the normal stuff. I haven't really explored beyond, I haven't gotten down here to whatever it is. Assemble 50,000 plantations to unlock. Okay, well, I can easily do 50,000 plantations, and they've got to do something besides 50 in one. Like, they got to have at least 10. This should be in increments of at least 10%. I personally believe. That would be a couple of the tweaks I'd like to make right there. Anyhow, though, let's go ahead and buy some plantations for the sake of it. Plantations seem to be like they're going to be more productive than collectives or communities, but let's go ahead and buy hives right there and see what we get there. Buy 50% of those as well. So this is interesting. We are netting 2 to the 13th power for the communes, to the 11th powers for the collectives. The plantations and hives are not doing very much on their own. Now, in like Swarm Simulator, the more expensive you went, the more profitable things would get. in this case, it doesn't seem to make much more sense to not go from the communes. Like, I don't necessarily see the benefit of it. Is it cheaper? Technically, it does cost less of the farmers. Or that maybe that's just my because I'm restricted. No, it does actually cost less. So is that how that works? It actually kind of gets cheaper to buy them at some point? I have really no idea. But I'm gonna buy as many hives as I can get. So why not? Maximum hive. And that's only because I wasn't able to get plantations, so I'll buy plantations and then I'll buy more hives. Buy more collectives and then I'll buy more plantations, which I'll then buy more hives. More communes, can't buy collectives because I've run out of farmers. Buy more farmers. Run out of land. Get more land. Buy more communes. Buy more collective. I can't buy more nations. And hives are weak, bro. Interesting. Anyhow, moving on. Ohio is the best. Not necessarily I would agree with you, but it is what it is. I prefer southern Ohio a little bit. I like the rolling hills. That's good stuff down there. Then again, Cedar Point is Ohio, and Cedar Point is awesome. I will give it that. Love the game, nice vid. Thank you so much there, John and the Crafted Clasher. First comment, thank you. Collectives make communes, yes. What does E mean? No need to answer. I know what it means. This is what I said at my first encounter with it. Yes. E is displayed meaning air. For example, if you had a calculator that goes up to 3 digits and it added blah 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 blah, it would only mean that it goes on for a long ways. Just take it as for very large numbers. Alrighty, well, thank you so much. We've made much progress today. I think we've done well. We've got more medicine, I suppose. We've got a lot of potatoes, but I think the most potatoes we need, to be honest. I feel like I've achieved something by getting hive. Like, I feel like I've attempted it, but it's mysteriously deceiving. 20,000. I can buy a lot of hives, but they're really not going to be worth what I can get out of the communes. So we'll just get the communes, crank it up, make some more farmers, make sure that's running, get the most land I can get the most blasting sites I can afford, run ore, get the most mines that I can muster, get the most weapons that I can accumulate, and the ambulances essentially cost everything else. So let's buy up the ambulances. All right, so we're off to a fantastic start being able to get all that stuff right there. Good deal. Anyhow, though, I think I made some decent progress today. There's still some more confusing aspects about this game, mostly revolving around the colony. We'll see what happens right there, but we will move on from here. Anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Stay awesome. Peace. Brothgar out. Oh, and if I've earned your subscription, then thank you so much for that. You guys are awesome. Stay awesome. Peace. Quickly now, quickly. We can do it. Rage potion. Help me out. Come on. Knock it down. Knock it down. One more. One more. Yeah. Woo. That's what I'm talking about. What up, dude? What up, dude? You weren't expecting me. Woo, baby. Spin, baby, spin. Spin, baby, spin. Spin, baby, spin. Woo. Ooh, you weren't expecting that one. 1 million. There we go. Now we're talking. That's the sound of money if I ever heard it. Woo! It's kind of got a weird ring to it. I'm liking it so far. Bye-bye!